Hey there, John. Yeah, we're finally getting rid of this. This has been a system that has lasted a while, but here's the best news of the day. WSFA First Alert radar showing the rain and storms are now in the process of exiting Houston County, which is kind of the last signpost on your way out of Alabama if you're a line of nasty storms. Some scattered showers left over in Barber County. Other than that, though, Alabama is drying out and starting to recover a little bit. This was a storm system that disproportionately affected the state. We had very little damage in our area. There was some in Lee and Chambers County, some strong wind reports as well down into southeastern Alabama, but most of our area escaped with simply a big dose of heavy rain, gusty wind, thunder, and lightning. And frankly, we had some very much needed rainfall totals out of this. There you see the broader context of this system. Let me do a quick on-the-fly rainfall show here. I want to show you how much rainfall we picked up out of this over the last 24 hours. Radar has the ability to estimate those rainfall totals. We can go into storm mode and get a 24-hour rainfall total out of this. And the numbers are pretty good overall. And this was the best news in all of this. This was a very widespread soaking rain. We'll throw some numbers on the board here. It varied quite a bit from town to town. It usually does when thunderstorms involved, but the general average around southeast Alabama was pretty good. 2.9 inches there in Chambers County. You'll notice back into Autauga County, we did pretty well there, over an inch of rain. Then down into Lowndes County, a nice 1 to 2 inch rainfall there. Into Montgomery County, similar setup. 1 to 2 inches was commonplace, just as we told you it would be. Much more in our forecast. We have a lot to get to. We'll talk rain numbers, cooler and drier air, and more rain this weekend. An update to the forecast is straight ahead. John?
Now your WSFA First Alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Johnson.
We have a little leftover rain now around southeastern Alabama, the corner of the state getting wet now. The rest of us, though, drying out, cooler, drier air filtering in. Still a few leftover sprinkles and showers. You see them here in Macon, Bullock, Barber counties, Henry and Houston County getting into some of that as well. But the storm's long gone. Thank goodness, yeah. We've had a rough day across central Alabama with numerous reports of strong storms and gusty winds. So, kind of summing things up, in North Alabama so far, National Weather Service teams have found 3 EF1 tornadoes in the northern part of the state. Surveys are still ongoing, though, and the Weather Service tells me they see signs of about 5 to 10 total tornado tracks in North Alabama. So that number is going to go up. They will find more tornadoes and tornado damage as those surveys go on. Now in South Alabama, as we said all along, it's a much lower threat. We had what we think was just one tornado. It touched down right along the Lee-Chambers County line this afternoon. We were on the air covering that one for you. Within about 60 seconds of the warning coming out, we were on the air in the northern Lee and southern Chambers counties. Some damage there. But the news isn't all bad with this storm system. Yes, there was loss of life in North Alabama. Yes, there was damage even in our part of the state. But every inch of Alabama, every square inch, measured significant rainfall in the order of 1 to 3 inches in our part of Alabama, 2 to 6 inches up in North Alabama. So they really got a drenching up in that part of the state. Rainfall totals over the last 24 hours. So remember, this was a two-wave system, right? The number's pretty good. This was just the second wave, though. You add in what happened on Monday and Monday night, and the numbers go up even higher. So generally speaking, 1 to 3 inches of rain. Now temperatures are cooling down. The air behind the front noticeably cooler, 50s and 60s out there. Forecast focus into Dallas County tonight. A quick cool down. By 7 o'clock, we're in the upper 50s. By sunrise tomorrow morning, I think we're mainly in the lower 40s. A few spots could get as low as 38 or 39. Then sunshine warms us up tomorrow afternoon's high temperatures head for the mid 60s. It'll be a noticeably cooler day. The air will feel cooler too, much less muggy feel to the air tomorrow, not only in Dallas County, but in Selma and Orville, but all around Alabama. And then our next system, this is going to be a very interesting forecast. What's going to happen here, an area of low pressure gets cranking up to our west and southwest, and watch what happens. A little rain perhaps Saturday, but not much. I think Saturday's primarily a dry day, but then Sunday, the faucet opens up. Here's your day and time right up here, and you'll notice on again, off again rain all day Sunday into Sunday night, all day Monday. This is going to be a very wet time frame if this model is correct. Now, there are other models that show it being kind of a more intermittent on and off rain situation. All of that being said, the computer model data we're seeing suggesting that from Sunday through Tuesday, we may add an additional 1 to 3 inches of rain to what we just picked up. So no doubt about it, the pattern has flipped. The drought pattern is winding down, and we're getting into a much wetter pattern that will eventually get us out of the drought. It's going to take some time, but I think we'll get there. So we're dry Thursday and Friday and a little cooler, highs in the 60s. The weekend is kind of a cool, wet situation. Saturday, Sunday, highs in the 50s and 60s, lows down in the 30s and 40s, and a good bit of rain, especially, I think, Sunday into Sunday night and Monday. Happy to get through these storms without much in the way of damage in our part of Alabama, and our thoughts and prayers go out to those in North Alabama that were affected in a much worse way.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks a lot.
Yep.
Now your WSFA First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Johnson.
Good evening from Riverwalk Stadium. We are broadcasting live now from just a few minutes away from the first pitch of the Max Capital City Classic. We've been out here since 4 o'clock, sort of previewing it and telling you some of the stories having to do with the baseball game. And perhaps the biggest story this year is the weather. Last year we had rain and thunderstorms around. This year, no such bad luck. We're done with that for a little while. A nice, bright, beautiful day in progress, and more on the way overnight tonight. Temperatures right now in the mid to upper 70s around the state. Warm spot is Andalusia. They've got 80, 74 at Auburn right now. As far as the game plan is concerned, first pitch number should be somewhere in the mid 70s. Then as the night wears on, by the 7th inning, we're right around 70. By the end of the game, we'll drop down to 67 by the time the umpire behind home plate calls it officially with the cheer ball game. Yeah, mid 60s out there for that. No rain, no excuse. Get on out here. It's a phenomenal weather night. Here's WSFA First Alert radar. Other than a little ground clutter, not much happening right now. No rain to be found anywhere near Alabama. Let's talk future view though, because of course all good things must end. Overnight tonight we're dry, no weather problems, but watch what happens into the day tomorrow. You start to see a few more clouds around Wednesday, particularly late in the day. By afternoon, 1 or 2 showers could drop out of those clouds, but for most it's a dry Wednesday. We've got the rain coverage at 20%, and frankly, that might be a little aggressive. I think most of Wednesday is dry. Wednesday night's dry, but watch what happens here into Thursday morning. Yeah, big line of storms races in out of Mississippi. Still some model disagreement on the exact details of the timing here, meaning the storms could be a little earlier, could be a little later, but the screaming message here is Thursday looks like a wet and potentially stormy day, and there could be more than one wave of rain or thunderstorms around Alabama Thursday into Thursday evening. So tonight it's clear, it's comfortable, it's great baseball weather. Temperatures drop from the 60s into the 50s later on tonight. Then tomorrow, pretty fair day. Wednesday featuring sunshine early. A small rain chance late in the day, primarily in western Alabama. Afternoon highs tomorrow soaring. If we're not in the same neighborhood as 80, we're pretty close to it anyway. Here's that WSFA First Alert 7-day. We've outlooked Thursday for the possibility of some strong to severe storms. Main risk will be damaging wind, but we'll keep you posted on that. And as the models come into better agreement, we'll be able to offer more specifics about that Thursday storm threat, like timing and magnitude. Be sure to watch Eric Snidel tomorrow morning on Today in Alabama. He'll have an update there. Friday, a decent rain chance, mainly early. I think by Friday evening we start to clear out. Saturday, for now, we don't have a rain chance in the forecast, but know that if the front hangs up, we may have to pop one in there. So check back with us on Saturday. Sunday and Monday look dry and a little cooler. Highs in the low 70s and lows dropping back down into the 40s as we head into the upcoming weekend. We'll be back with sports after this. We'll join you with more from the Max Capital City Classic.